Good day, Broncos. Today is February 24th, and welcome to BNN.
On today's show, glance into the newest addition to a favorite restaurant chain in McKinney.
Then we stop by McKinney's Nature Museum and uncover a sad truth about our growing city.
And finally, I take you to the Animal Science Room just to see how these students dig deeper into their learning.
Hi, I'm Keegan Hayes.
And I'm Jessica Miner. Just recently, Chick-fil-A opened at the corner of El Dorado and Ridge. It's so close that many Broncos fill the employee positions at this location. Marielle Standridge checked to see how the latest franchise is keeping up with its many customers.
There's no doubt that Chick-fil-A is a place loved by many, and the opening of one here right off of El Dorado has sparked interest in many of our Boyd students.
Chick-fil-A has been around since 1946 when the founder S. Truett Cathy opened the original diner in Hapville, Atlanta. Today, Chick-fil-A has the highest same-store sales and the largest quick-serve chicken restaurant chain in America.
We host many events. I'm in charge of the promotions that we do here. So, spirit nights with local schools. We have free ice cream events.
Michael Ursua, a high school student, works alongside other high schoolers to make the opening of this new location a success.
Working as a team inspires me to do better in school so that I don't let my team down.
With the location being in close proximity to Boyd, it is a place for our Broncos to hang out after any events for school or events in McKinney.
So they come out and help us serve food, take over cash registers, just provide that second mile service to all of our guests.
All right, Broncos, I hope you saved some extra cash for some of their chicken. It's really good. Marielle Standridge, BNN.
Since opening on February 2nd, the store has been busy at all hours. I know I'm putting the store to use and giving them plenty of my money.
Yeah, you have. I've seen you go there a lot. What's your favorite meal?
I get the spicy deluxe.
Oh, great. That sounds so good. Anyways, as we breathe through the third quarter, our freshmen, sophomores, and juniors are now faced with the task of registering for next year's classes. What are the classes they're excited to take? Katie White and Sarah Reitmeyer hit the halls to find out.
Katie White, and welcome to the, what do we call this?
The Bronco Biz.
That's not what we call it.
Yeah, it is.
It is?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
That's what we call it. Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm Sarah Reitmeyer.
And I'm Katie White.
Registration is just around the corner, and we're about to find out what everyone's most excited to take next year.
Swimming. Econ.
What class are you most looking forward to next year?
AP Chem. Anatomy.
Senior release.
What classes are you excited to take next year?
I'm excited to take chemistry. I like blowing things up.
You don't do that in chemistry.
I don't know. Volleyball still.
What classes are you guys most excited to take next year?
Pals.
Nice.
Walk in front of
Don't touch me. I got my beat for a thing.
What class are you most looking forward to next year?
AP Stats.
Okay.
Dear Lord.
What class are you most looking forward to next year?
I don't know. AP Chemistry.
Lunch.
I'm gonna take dive.
Right.
Early release. Soccer. Football.
Everyone is staring at me. What class are you most excited to take next year?
AP US. AP Physics.
So it looks like the Broncos are still prepping up for the next year. Katie White,
Sarah Reitmeyer,
BNN.
Well, lucky for us, Jessica, there's no more of those registration papers for us to fill out.
Well, I mean, maybe not for here, but we've got a lot to worry about with college registration, so that's way more stressful.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Well, in other news, our Bronco band continues their great year. Tonight, the percussion band performs in our auditorium from 7 to 9.
But don't forget about our honors band. Their performance is next Tuesday from 7 to 9, so come out and show your support for your fellow Broncos.
Well, McKinney is a quickly expanding city, and in 2017, our population has stretched to more than 100,000 people. But for our nature museum, the HART, what could this mean in the future? DARIUS HART discovers just how our city's massive growth impacts this quiet and peaceful reserve.
Time and time again, history is making whole new chapters. As for the HART Museum, history is taking a new spin on its attractions. But what about the HART Museum's natural beauty? It seems that civilization has caught up to this treasured national monument. The HART Museum is just a small piece of 289-acre nature reserve located in southeast McKinney. This museum has stood as a monument for Texas plant and wildlife for decades, and is actually celebrating its 50th anniversary this year. But with housing developments and neighborhoods cropping up right along the lines of the reserve, will the museum adapt to its new environment?
Our real mission is to bring nature and people together. You know, it really points to the foresight that Bessie Hurd had when she founded the HART. So it really shows that she could tell what was going to happen in the future, and she wanted to make sure that the people of McKinney had a place where they could enjoy nature in future.
McKinney's population blew up the past few years. With the population on the rise, it isn't surprising that housing developments have begun to crop up in the area. However, to students like Hannah Hurd, it's more than just an unfortunate obstacle. To Hannah, it's disappointing to see the scenery of this natural environment overcome by not nature, but neighborhoods and housings.
Part of the reason why it's so inviting and it's so nice is because there's so much space. And, you know, it's vast, but now with all the houses popping up, it just feels more and more like suburbia, which is never a good feeling in my opinion, so.
Within this reservation, nature continues to flourish safely tucked away from the suburban setting of North Texas. Through time and growth, however, history may one day mark upon this beautiful and memorable landscape. What happens going forth is up to you. DARIUS HART, BNN.
A place so loved by many, now threatened. However, it's unlikely that any true danger will come to the nature reserve. It's saddening to see that our city's expansion is overcrowding even the most remote areas.
Many of our sports seasons have wrapped up for this year, but for powerlifting and lacrosse, the season has just begun. We pass it to Josie Cowley for sports. Josie.
Thanks, Keegan and Jessica. Spring sports are always exciting, especially here at Boyd this year, as both our wrestlers and our boys soccer players are tearing up North Texas. Our wrestlers will take the mat at Cypress Fair High School to compete in state after a fantastic season of dominance. Good luck and congratulations to our Broncos. As we've seen success on the mat, we also have seen it on the pitch, as our boys soccer team is #1 in district and undefeated. They will travel to Kimbrough Stadium tonight to face Plano East. Keep up the good work, Broncos. Our outdoor auxiliary field is not only used for many of our Boyd sports like football, soccer, and track, but on the weekend, our McKinney lacrosse team as well. Reporter Corbin Bell gives us an inside look on the sport many of our Broncos love.
Lacrosse season is now in full swing, and it's shaping up to be a great one. With new coaches, new players, and a whole new setup, our boys made it to the state last year, and we're hoping to see them do it again this year. We have a close bunch of students ranging from 9th to 12th grade. We have about 25 students on our lacrosse team.
We have team dinners and we have team get-togethers, and we get along most of the time.
Our lacrosse team has 3 new coaches, Coach Pete, Coach Ward, and our new head coach, Coach White. Remaining is our old defensive coach, Coach Baggett.
I expect us to do really well. I mean, we have 3 new coaches, and they all have college experience, and I think they'll prepare us for the upcoming seasons and the challenges we have to face. So,
we're hoping to win it all this year in state, as we have 5 new captains on our team: Logan Smith, Tyler DeLuna, Garrett Kinnemer, Nick Atterbury, and John Addison. Come out February 1st to see our first conference game against Hillcrest. Hope to win it all and have a great season this year. Corbin Bell, BNN.
With all these seasons underway, America's pastime is just beginning. That's right, baseball season is here as our Broncos take part in the Prosper Tournament today and this weekend. For years, girls have been limited in the sports they can partake in, partly because of the misconception that they aren't strong enough. However, I caught up with Andrea and Gaia to see how she and other young women are lifting their way above these misconceptions. For many of us, the weight room is a place for us to get fit and stay healthy. But for Andrea and Gaia, this is the basis for the performance in her sport.
We just work out and just lift weights. Sometimes we do conditioning and do like explosive exercises, but it's nothing really crazy.
Andrea and Gaia is the only girl powerlifter here at Boyd, as she's been powerlifting now for 2 years.
Well, actually, I didn't really know anything about powerlifting until I joined the strengthening club. And then my coach asked me if I wanted to go to meets, and that's when I got into it.
Powerlifting for girls spans all across Texas, as girls have lifted anywhere from 700 to around 1,000 pounds total in various weight classes.
I think my total was 625 at my last meet, so The most I ever deadlifted was 270, squatted was 260, and then bench press was 125.
Many people may see this as a masculine sport, but Andrea is part of the powerful women who show otherwise.
It's actually really fun. You get to compete against other girls your size and like your age, so it's just like any other sport.
The Texas High School Women's Powerlifting Association, also known as the THSWPA, is known for supporting girls to take up what they call the strongest women's sport in Texas high school athletics. Andrea is an inspiration for all girls to do whatever they feel passionate about, no matter the field or the sport. Josie Cowley, BNN. So Keegan, do you think you could match up to Andrea?
Oh no, there's no way. I respect her so much for being able to do that.
Yeah, she is pretty awesome. Well, that's all for this week's sports. Have a great weekend. Back to you, Keegan and Jessica.
Thanks, Josie. Learning about nature is important, whether it be about the plants, the animals, or the history itself. Our animal science class is doing a great job of educating our Broncos of all the creatures we share home with. Join me as I stop by and see how their pig dissection unit is educating students. Here at McKinney-Boyd, teachers are always finding cool new ways to get their students to understand and engage more into learning. Advanced Animal Science does just that by getting hands-on and making their class less of a bore. Advanced Animal Science is a course offered for students who are interested in the agriculture program. What differs this class from other curriculums is the fun twist put on learning the anatomy of the swine.
Well, cleanup was really important, and getting everything out, making sure everything was set out neatly, and then taking care of everything at the end of the day. I'm more of a hands-on person, and to be able to go in and actually do all that stuff made it a lot easier to understand.
Getting students to become more engaged in their learning allows for a deeper understanding of the concepts being taught and increases their success.
What are you doing over there? For the dissection, we did have to wear these nice rubber aprons and, of course, the gloves and eyewear. And there actually was like some preservative juice that got on my face, and that was disgusting.
Course curriculums are usually posted online and give students access to see what kinds of classes they will be signing up for the following year. Although sometimes not every bit of information is provided.
When I took advanced animal science, I never knew I was going to be cutting a pig. The dissection, it was actually really fun, got to see the body parts of a pig, and it was pretty interesting.
So be careful when choosing your classes next year, Broncos, because some of these courses are sure to make you squeal. Jessica Miner, BNN. I stood beside those students all day while I watched them go to work dissecting and studying what makes those pigs, pigs. It was interesting to test my own knowledge about the subject.
If you're thinking about exploring this weekend at the HART Museum or maybe just relaxing outdoors, you'll definitely want to check the weather. Here's DARIUS HART with your wonderful weekend weather report. Darius?
Thanks, Keegan and Jessica. Hello, Broncos. I'm DARIUS HART, back again with your wonderful weekend weather report. Today is going to be a beautiful day with partly sunny skies and a light breeze coming in the late afternoon with a high of 72 and a chilly low of 39. If you're looking to get out this weekend, this will be a treat for you. Saturday will be chillier with a high of 58 and dips down low in the 40s later in the evening. On Sunday, expect a light breeze, bringing our weather back into a low 70s. This should stay constant throughout the evening as well, bringing us a cool 55 degrees for the end of the weekend. Thanks for watching your wonderful weekend weather report. Back to you, Keegan and Jessica.
Thanks, Darius. No matter what grade you're in, or if you drive here or not, everyone sees those golf carts patrolling our parking lots. Who are the men that drive them, and what's their real purpose? I am to find out. Hello, Broncos. Pretty much everyone's seen those golf cart people patrolling the parking lot, but not everyone knows why they're here, so we set out to go find their purpose here at Boyd. We caught up with the driver known as Roy. He informed me that him and the other drivers, Mr. Nix and Rado, are known as the parking lot security. We asked Roy what he and the others were tasked to do here.
If it doesn't have a permit, then we find out why it's on campus and take whatever measures we need to take. And that way it keeps the kids safe, it keeps our staff safe, and gives us something to where we can be proud of what we do.
No matter the weather, they're outside working as hard as they can, protecting our students, teachers, and occasionally stopping the students from trying to sneak out early.
We're out here, it can be raining, it can be snowing. For all the bad days we have, you have a beautiful sunny day like today, it kind of balances out.
They do more than just check students' cars though. As parking lot security, they investigate and report any suspicious activity they see. And they get together with the school's SROs and administrative teams to ensure that the school is not in any danger.
Well, I have a saying that I always have believed in since I've been here is it only takes one. if we got one person inside the building that could do damage or harm not only to the school but to the kids, then that's one too many.
And yes, they do have a policy that requires them to put a boot on a car that is parked illegally in the parking lot multiple times. The violator will receive 3 warning notes, and on the 4th time, they place a yellow boot on one of the wheels of the car, rendering it immobile, and place a note containing a number to call so the contraption can be removed. Parking lot security are not only there to catch kids from skipping school and parking without a pass, they're also there to keep Boyd safe from harm. Keegan Hayes, BNN. I never knew how awesome those guys were, but after talking with them, I think I've gained a lot more respect for all the work they do to just keep our school safe.
Yeah, that was an amazing opportunity, and it was really eye-opening to me.
Well, Broncos, it's that time of year again. Carter Blood Care is teaming up with our Bronco family to hold our annual blood drive.
The drive has been going on throughout the day, but ends at 3. In order to donate, you must be 17 years of age and would have had to sign up on stage and had your permission slip signed. If you didn't, not to worry. You can always stop by their Allen location to see how else you could help.
That's all for today's show. Stay tuned for next week for our St. Patrick's Day show as we find out what our Broncos really know about the holiday.
Then we head to a brand new shop downtown that serves up a variety of sweet treats.
And finally, we check in with our baseball team and find out what things will play out this season.
Remember, news is always stampeding through the halls at Boyd, and BNN has it covered.
Don't forget to follow us on Facebook and YouTube at Bronco News Network or on Twitter and Snapchat at Boyd_BNN. Have a great weekend.